Baby bus!
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador!
Crane, the swimming professor. One early morning, Sheriff Labrador went to take a stroll along the river path. As a flock of ducks played by the river, a familiar figure stood behind them.
Officer Doberman? What are you doing here?
Oh dear, Sheriff Labrador. I'm taking lessons here. Professor Crane is about to begin class.
Professor Crane?
Yes, the famous swimmer Red-Crowned Crane. Today, he's going to teach us to swim.
Huh? Swim? Don't you know how to swim, Officer Doberman? You've even represented the police station at Forestville swimming competitions. And those ducklings, don't they naturally know how to swim?
Don't talk about that. I always end up in 4th place at the swimming competitions. I must improve.
At that moment, a little red-crowned crane covered with snowy white feathers waddled over.
If your foundation is not solid, you won't swim faster or better than other animals. I, the famous swimmer, Professor Crane, am going to teach you from the basics of swimming.
Sheriff Labrador looked at Professor Crane's short legs, then at his round, bulging body.
Professor Crane, you don't look like a red-crowned crane.
I've been swimming for many years, so my body has changed to suit my style of swimming. The red feathers on my head are the unchanging symbol of the red-crowned crane family.
Professor Crane lifted his head proudly as Sheriff Labrador squinted.
Huh? Red feathers? That's strange. Could it be?
This gentleman, yes. Are you here to learn swimming too? You must pay your fees first.
No, I'm just watching.
Sheriff Labrador walked to the side and started to observe Professor Crane carefully. He saw him pinch his nose.
Now, to learn swimming, we must first learn how to hold our breath.
Oh dear, Professor Crane. I know how to do that. Let's hurry and get in the water.
Okay, look, let's feel the temperature of the water first.
Professor Crane slowly raised one foot and cautiously stuck it into the river. The ducklings and Officer Doberman copied his action, sticking one foot into the river.
Oh my, it's not cold or hot. Just right.
Let's feel again. The flow of the river.
Oh my, the flow is neither fast nor slow.
Now let's feel the depth variation of this water.
Professor Crane shut his eyes, as if he was seriously feeling the depth variation of the river. Suddenly, his foot slipped and he fell into the river.
Help!
Wow, Professor Crane is blowing bubbles. Quack, quack. Then I'll blow bubbles too. Quack.
Professor Crane was struggling in the water. He kept blowing bubbles as he started to sink. Suddenly, a figure ran over, jumping into the river without hesitation. It was Sheriff Labrador.
Professor Crane is drowning. Officer Doberman, take the ducklings home. I'll save the professor.
Oh dear, copy that.
What? Shouldn't a swimming professor be able to swim? Look, his white feathers have all fallen off. Quack.
Sheriff Labrador swam to Professor Crane's side and rescued him, helping him onto the bank. Professor Crane's white feathers were washed away by the water, revealing yellow and black feathers on his body. It turned out that the white feathers were only glued onto him.
You swim quite well. Where did you learn to swim?
Don't be funny. I'm Sheriff Labrador from Forest Police Station. You're not Instructor Red-Crowned Crane, and you don't know how to swim. Speak up. Who are you?
Professor Crane used the last two white feathers to cover himself frantically.
Well, I'm changing feathers. This is a natural phenomenon. Yes, it is.
Stop lying. The red patch on Red-Crowned Crane's head does not have feathers at all. If you were a red-crowned crane, wouldn't you know that?
Huh? Look there.
Professor Crane touched his head and realized the red feathers he had stuck there had been washed away by the water. He was filled with anger.
I spent a lot of money to have these feathers stuck on me to create a red-crowned crane disguise. How could they be washed away just like that? This is unacceptable.
This voice, your rooster?
No. Yeah, well, that is,
Mr. Rooster, you don't know how to swim at all. Why do you want to disguise yourself as Instructor Red-Crowned Crane?
I just want to earn some easy money. I picked this place on purpose, you see. The river was quite shallow yesterday. Well, I thought to myself, well, I'll just pretend to swim a little and I won't be exposed.
Oh dear! You tried to trick me!
It's very dangerous to get into a river without careful consideration. The depth of the water and the speed of its flow will constantly change according to the weather and tides. There aren't any professional lifeguards at the river. If you fall in, your life may be put in danger. Moreover, you can't even swim. Mr. Rooster, you disguised yourself as a swimming instructor to cheat people out of their money. Come to the Forestville police station with me now.
Mini episode on safety. Woof.
Whoa! I found some fish! They all swam under that rock. Little Bunny, let's go to the middle of the river to fish.
No, the river is very deep.
This river looks shallow. Let's go.
It's not safe in the river. We don't know how deep it is. We should just play on the bank.
Little Bunny is right.
Sheriff Labrador's Safety Talk.
Friends, you should not go into the river to play or swim in it without the help of a grown-up. The depth of the river changes, and so does the speed and the water flow. There aren't any professional lifeguards at the riverside, so if you go under, your life may be in danger. If you want to swim, you can go to the swimming pool with your parents.